Hi everyone, right here is my fantastic wife, Esti. My name is Barney, and welcome to our channel, Barney's Backyard. Today's episode, our first episode, is all about DIY building. We will show you how we built our own backyard container vegetable garden on less than 10 square meters, turning this into this.
Stick around till the end to find out our secret recipe to boost your container soil for maximum growth and productivity.
Our project started with a big idea and a dirty little backyard, which we were determined to transform into our own little paradise.
And here we are, let's get to cleaning.
The first task, before we could do anything else, was to clean up the place. So here we go. Stage 1, cleaning.
We started with removing any weeds, leaves and debris by hand, then once all it was collected, we brought out the big guns in the shape of a pressure cleaner.
Important to note that we chose not to use any chemical cleaning reagents and instead rely solely on the water pressure. It was a rather satisfying job, working away the dirt from the fence, working away the dirt from the tiles. Sometimes we had to take a moment of pause to pull the excess water into the drain and collect our thoughts a little bit. Once the floor was clean, we cleaned down the walls, we cleaned down the doors, pulled the water together and finished the cleaning by working down the area with a brush head and a low pressure.
So with all the cleaning out of the way, it was time to move on to our next stage. Stage 2, building.
The two challenging aspects I had to address with building were 1, the narrow small space to grow on, and 2, the tall walls and fences around it, blocking a significant period of valuable sunlight every day. To tackle both problems at the same time, I came up with a solution to build a frame which would provide structural integrity to the prevailing fence and also offer a setup for us to grow our vegetables vertically. This, growing vegetables vertically, in turn will save a tremendous amount of space, and the higher the plants reach, the more amount of sunlight they will get daily. Win-win. To make the frame, I used 8 pieces of 9x9 beams, 3 meter long, and 30 heavy-duty metal brackets to provide a connection area between the beams and the wall. To hold my beams in place, I used simple 25mm metal screws, which I pre-drilled and fastened by nylon wall plugs on the brick side and used straight up on the wooden side. Pro tip: when drilling walls with electric cables running inside them, avoid drilling on the same height or width as light switches, plugs or other electronic fixtures are located. While I'll slowly finish building the frame in the background, I would like to take this opportunity to mention the blue barrels. We use these blue barrels to capture the rainwater that's coming from our roof. Later on in the building procedure, we ended up cutting the drain and placing the barrel under it. With the wooden structure in place, it was now time to pull in the cabling. We drilled through the beams, got the cable through, and fastened it up at the end.
At this point, we could really start to see it taking place. Only thing left now is to finish the cables, keep pulling them in, keep tightening them up.
And with that, we are done with phase 2, building. Let's not waste any time and jump into phase 3, the ground.
So we had a clear plan. We knew what we wanted to put where, but before we could get to that, we had a massive job ahead of us. We had 1,300 liters of burn castings arriving.
I started the day by making space in this box that we had from last year with the dimensions of 2 meters times 1 meter times 50 centimeters. We had 1,000 liters of old potting ground. This is what we will be mixing later on with the worm castings. after a lot of work, I'm happy to present you, this is what we ended up with. So, here we are, with the garden beautifully built behind me. The next thing I want to show you guys is how we mix the soil that we're going to be using for all the containers. So, what is needed for a good soil? What is needed for a vegetable? I want to go through it in 4 points. You need structure, you need life, you need energy, and you need minerals. So to ensure we have the right bottom structure, we have here 50% good old classic garden potting soil. Now this is a little bit of a coarse mix. It has some bark, it has some fibrous materials that will allow the ground that we use to have enough structure to not get waterlogged, not to keep too much water, and still have enough retention that it's just going to be the right amount. Next, it needs life. The garden potting soil is fine, but it's a very dead mixture, if you know what I mean. There is a lot of stuff in nature, in Mother Earth, that is not present in it. There is no natural life, there is no microbes, there is no fungi and any other organism that would help break down the soil. So because of this, we are added 50% of worm castings into here. Worm castings is compost. This is the last phase of compost breaking down. Black porous earth with a lot of worms still living in it. That is going to give us the second part. So with that, I have my base mix here. I'm going to add it into the pot. 50% potting soil, 50% worm castings. And with that, I have covered the first 2 pots, the first 2 points, structure and life. Now, to add enough energy, I'm going to further enrich this potting soil with some organic fertilizer, and the one I chose to do is bird guano, seabird guano. Now this is strong stuff. It has a lot of nitrogen and phosphor in it, which is just what I want for my plants when they are young and they are in the phase of developing their leaves and stalks, to have enough energy that they can do that very quick and very effectively. That added, the last thing I'm adding here is some rock dust, volcanic ash. It's a mineral-rich compound that is going to help replace the minerals that are not in this ground. Minerals are important. Humans use more than 6 different minerals every day in their natural existence and life. And it's very important that we replace this in the soil. This will help our plants exist healthier, grow quicker, resist more diseases and pests. It's something that generally should be present in the ground, in nature, due to the rocks, different layers of vegetation that died off. But our containers unfortunately don't have this, so we're going to put it in. Give it a good mix. You want to make sure that the fertilizer and the ash is at least 20-25 centimeter deep mixed through the soil. After this layer, most of the plants will not have many roots, and watering the plants will naturally just help nutrients wash down a little bit and penetrate deeper into the soil. So there's no need to use it deeper than 20-25 centimeters. Yeah, here we are. A little bit of top dressing from the castings. Let's put. So with all that said, we are done. If you're interested about any of the components, why to use them, how to use them, where to find them, I have put links into the description for each and every one of them. I'm not sponsored by any of these companies, but these are the products that have been working out for us, and this is how we are prepared our garden. Thank you for being here. Make sure to give us a like and to subscribe if you like what you've seen, and catch us next time, and we're going to be showing you how to pre-planting the first veggies.
Good exercise.
Yeah? Clip my balls.
Yes.